Hello and welcome to News Liver Sports, and of course my name is Moses Echodo, and I'll be bringing you nothing but the very best of the transfer deadline. Remember that today is the final day of transfers, that is in England, and that is in the English Premier League, in the championships as well. That means that probably transfer deals by the end of the day. That is at 5 p.m. UK time. Now remember that should a deal be completed by 5 p.m. and the medicals have not yet been done, clubs have the right to send in transfer deal papers, that is to the FA, and that means that they will be given a leeway to complete all these deals by, that is 7 p.m. And also what that means also that should a club be able to agree with the other club on what amounts to be paid for, or have they get agreements on how much needs to be paid for a player, the club still have leeway of up to 7 p.m. to complete that deal. Now, so far we have seen so many deals, but the currently biggest news that we have is that David Luiz has joined Arsenal club, and that is from Chelsea, and that is for for a fee of £8 million. I was about to say a record fee, however, the only record fee for Arsenal has been, that is the deal for Nicolas Pepe, where they paid £72 million. Now, Tottenham Hotspur very busy on the last day. We had seen them, quite a bit busy at the start of the transfer window. They managed to get Ndombele. They got about two other players from the Championship. However, right now, as we speak, they are close to agreeing a deal for Paulo Dybala from Juventus, who will be joining them this season. And should this be done, we will be seeing him joining the club at exactly 7 p.m. UK time or even 5 p.m. UK time. Now, this essentially means that Spurs will have one of the best forwards, that is a forward combinations in the English Premier League. I mean, it's a forward that has, that is Dele Alli, a forward that has, that is Song Hyung-min, then you have Harry Kane, then you have Eriksen, and then of course you add, that is Ndombele, and alongside them you have Lucas Moura, and then you, of course, inevitably you have the one and only Paulo Dybala. Absolutely a fantastic forward team that you have right there, and which also means that Arsenal Arsenal will also have a huge encounter in the North London derby. It will be interesting to see what happens in the North London derby. However, for Chelsea, it's just a case of waiting on to see who they will be signing after the January transfer window, which means that they will be signing players come the summer next year. For Manchester United, they have let go of Romelu Lukaku, who has joined that is the side Inter Milan for a record fee of 7. Is the side Inter Milan for a record fee of £75 million. Remember that they bought him for £70 million. They have almost not spent any amount on him. They have everything that they on the Belgian international. Received a huge welcome from the Italian fans. 200 fans were waiting for him at around 2 a.m. in the morning, when he was landing down in Milan. So interesting, but a beautiful move for that is Romelu Lukaku, because what happens is that he's gotten a chance now to go and see how that is Conte will be utilizing him at Inter Milan as they try to pursue that is the Italian Serie A that has been dominated by Juventus, who have been letting go of some of their players. Now, also Arsenal are looking at, that is Rugani, after they signed, that is David Luiz. They are looking at Rugani from Juventus as well. And so there are talks, they signed, that is David Luiz. They are looking at Rugani from Juventus as well. And so there are talks that probably it could be the final signing for Arsenal. And that is simply because he came out and said that he has big plans for the Brazilian forward. Manchester United have been very quiet. They're still looking at Mario Mandzukic as the striker they can't get, to come and beef up on their attacking prowess. However, what is believed is that they could utilize, that is Anthony Martial and Rashford as the strikers for this coming season. It will be interesting because that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer believes that Greenwood is one of those players who have been very, promising, assisting to look for the goals. On the other side, Everton absolutely busy, in this transfer window as well. They're looking at getting Iwobi. They went with £30 million bid for Arsenal's forward. However, Arsenal rejected the bid, and probably that is manager Unai Emery will look at this and think that he's still still has a lot, that he wants from the Nigerian international. And then, of course, on the other hand, you have that is they also in the market looking to get Wilfred Zaha. They have just let go of James McCarthy. McCarthy, who has joined Crystal Palace for £8 million as well. So there's still a lot happening in the transfer window. That they will be getting the player on season-long deal, as then they will be able to sign him after the season on a permanent deal. They also been able to get Aran Sessegnon, one of the best right backs, left backs rather. That is after getting him from Fulham United, who will sign him for them. However, is not really the kind of he is the kind of defender that Arsenal needed, but is very good going forward, and probably will add that bit of creativity going forward for most of the Arsenal attacks, and probably give cover for the likes of Kolasinac or Monreal. We wait to see what really happens for Arsenal in this transfer window. However, they have gotten their man David Luiz, and it is believed that Shkodran Mustafi should be joining that is a League One side. And it is believed that it is AS Monaco. However, in Germany, there is reports that RB Leipzig are the ones that are also looking at him. In England, their former employers, Everton, are also looking at him as someone that they can take over, that they can take back to help in that defensive setup that already has the likes of Keane in there. So we wait to see what really happens in this transfer deadline day. Liba Sports on Twitter, because we are giving you all the updates right there. It's me, Moses Echodu, and the entire News Libre team, and we're saying just stay locked on News Libre, both on YouTube and on Twitter. We'll be bringing you nothing but the very best of sports updates on this deadline transfer.